Hey, welcome back to Ham's Homestead. We're here today going to do some bird processing. We're going to clean some birds. I got my friend Sean here. Say hey to everybody.
Hey, Mom.
This is Sean Howell, a friend of mine. He's going to help us. Mary's here. She's sitting. Where you at, babe? She's sitting here. She's a little under the weather today, but she's going to do what she can. Sean's going to be our big help today getting these birds processed. Let's walk up here to the pen and look at the birds and we'll get started. Hey, here's our birds. A lot of them are not ready, but we're going to pick the biggest ones. And there's quite a few that are ready. You can see that they're huge. So we'll be doing half of these birds this week and half next week. So we didn't feed them. It's been 24 hours since we fed them. So we'll get these birds out, get the ones that we're going to keep fed, and we'll get them going. So hang on, we'll get us down there at the cones.
We are back. As you can see, we have already dispatched 2 birds here. One is still waiting. One we have put in the water at 150 for 30 seconds to a minute. And now we are running it through the plucker. Eric is spraying it as he's running it through the plucker to make sure all the feathers fall off and don't stick to the bird. As you can see, fixing to take that one out, and as you can see, Sean is fixing to start dipping one. He's going to sit there and let it dip for 30 seconds to a minute. We kind of have a little round table set up out here. We'll take a picture at the end or a video at the end to show you what it looks like. And he's checking the tail feathers now. Not quite ready. Some of them you have to let stay in there for a minute.
And we do have the temperature set at 150. But it seems to be taking a little longer than some of the videos you watch where they just say a minute, 30 seconds or so. Some of these are taking a little longer. I guess it's because of the feather makeup.
Check the skin on the feet. We got the wind blowing out here today. It's not blowing a cool breeze, but it's blowing a hot breeze. So it's affecting the temperature on our pot. We're having to keep an eye on it today. And this is our plucker. You see Eric spraying it. I'm trying not to get too close.
That's a big old herd.
And I don't know know if Eric told you at the beginning, but we are doing the Cornish cross. So far. So as you can see, Eric's getting any leftover feathers that the plucker didn't get off. Now he's going to cut the head off. Some people just pull the head off. We don't do that. And our birds were not fed yesterday, so they have been without food for 24 hours now. And he's taking the tips of the wings off. There's really no meat on those, so you can keep those for stock if you want to. I choose not to because I'm going to use the necks for that. Hey everybody, we have let the chickens sit overnight in the cooler. How many bags of ice did we go through? Processing.
About 6 or 7 bags.
So Eric come up with this wonderful idea that we would
take some Ziploc bags. This was late last night, about 7, 8 o'clock yesterday evening, and we seen that we were going to need more ice.
Yes.
To get through the night, and we'd done bought those 6 or 7 bags, and we were like, what do we do? We wasn't prepared for this being our first time with the ice deal.
Correct.
And so I got to thinking, and I said, well, why don't we fill up some freezer Ziploc bags, put them in the freezer right quick and let them freeze, and then that'll get us through the night. So that's what we did. We took some freezer Ziploc bags and filled them up and stuck them in the freezer. And we had so many, it took 5 hours for them all to freeze. So by midnight, we had all the ice we needed.
Correct. But we still had ice left in there, right? We had those jugs. We had a jug.
Yes.
2 jugs.
Yes, we did fill up what jugs we had to start with to get us going yesterday. But yeah, we had those in there. But when we got up this morning, about 6:30 this morning, some of the bags had melted, but it had kept the water so cool. Not all the Ziploc bags were thawed out. There were some still solid. So that did work. So that may be something you know, or something that may help you. I know that's the way we're going to do it next time.
Yes.
We're not buying ice. We're going to take some Ziploc bags, zip them up, and freeze them ahead of time.
And that'll be easy for us to do, stick in the freezers.
Right. It takes a long time for those to thaw. You talking about quart bags.
Right.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna...
Yeah, we're gonna get started. We're gonna dry off our birds and attempt to put them in our bags. My wife, Mary, she bought the biggest bag, shrink bag you can get. But some of these birds look like
they're huge.
They might not fit in these bags, so we may have a time getting them in there.
We got the, I don't know if we talked yesterday about it, but we got the jumbo Cornish from McMurray Hatchery.
Now, I do want to cut the necks off of these, don't I?
Yes, we are going to cut the necks off because I'm going to use them for a broth.
Let me get my knife.
some broth. I'm also gonna can some chicken. It just won't be today. Poor Eric and Sean helping yesterday. That one come right off, didn't it, babe?
Yeah. You want to leave all this skin or cut some of it off?
You can,
Cut some of it off.
yeah, but put it in there.
Save it.
Yep.
Okay. We want to do one at a time, baby.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's do one at a time.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. Cause we want to get it dry. Let's get it dry. Then we'll put it in a bag and set it over there.
Okay. I get excited. And we're gonna weigh them after we get them in the bag.
Right. Inside's good. We'll stand it up, let it drain a little bit. But we want to wipe it off real good. Like that. That one looks like it's going to fit pretty good. But let me see. You wanted to do the fancy stuff, didn't you?
Yeah.
Fancy. Right there.
It took,
Oh, it tore. We'll do it on the next one.
it's okay. We're gonna tuck the legs in on the skin,
Okay.
so when I roast them,
These are gonna be tight for them big birds. This was a kind of small bird. Yeah. Not all the way. I'm gonna leave it, the zip tie, I'm gonna go ahead and put the zip tie on from what I've seen. That's the best way to do it. And then after it shrinks, just go ahead and pull it tight as you come out of the water. Do it like that right there. And that's it. We'll get us another bird up here and get her dried off. Get the neck cut.
we've learned a lot doing this process. It was hard for us to get birds when we wanted them, so we had to get them in the dead of summer.
Yeah.
So we will not be doing that again.
No, we won't.
I want to cook.
We're cooking this one, right?
No, not this one.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. Alright. I just knocked the bags off, bud.
They slippery.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the towel on it to be a little weight.
Yeah. It's 2 cuts. That's how you do it. Like that. That looks better, don't it?
Yeah.
Looks better. I believe that one's gonna be a little better. In the bag. We'll try and see.
And we decided to do this part inside the house because it's it's high 90s today.
Yeah, and two, yesterday it was kind of brutal out there. We were late getting started. Like I say, it's our first time doing it, and we learning. It's a learning process for us, and
like we said, we show y'all the good, the bad, and the ugly.
that's right. We try not to edit anything to make it look good. We show everything. I know Mary, she don't like bloopers, but it happens.
Sometimes we blooper on each other.
Yeah.
There is one in here that I'm gonna keep to cook today.
Yeah, we did. It was the first bird we did. Our water temp to defeather the bird wasn't up to where it should have been. It got a little hot, and we had to keep it in there a little longer, and it kind of cooked the skin, and it tore apart pretty bad, and it let the heat get to the meat. And so we're not going to do anything to it. We're going to go ahead and cook it today. We had a friend to come over and help us, which you seen, and we're going to have him over, and he's going to enjoy it with us.
We're gonna make chicken and rice, and then I'm gonna make, Eric's gonna debone it if he has time. He is a busy man. And even if he doesn't, I'm gonna take the bones and make a stock out of it. And depending on how much stock it makes, I may can it or just freeze it. Eric's taking the excess skin and he's cutting slits to put the legs in.
Like that right there. And that allows, when you put it in the bag, that allows for less air pocket at the top. I watched several guys on these videos we've watched to do that, and it does do better for sealing. We've noticed that. See how I do in mud.
So that, yeah. The boobies go at bottom.
Huh?
The boobies go at bottom.
Yeah.
I think some of it's, they're still kind of little.
That don't want to go in there. And you do not want to twist your bag. You don't want to twist it. You want to leave it like that where the air can escape when you stick it down in that hot water. You got your water set at 190 outside on the deck there. You got it set, and you want to leave it loose so the air can come out. And when you dip it in and it shrinks up, you pull it up, pull it tight, and then we'll cut the excess bag off.
Do you need another towel?
I'll do one more bird and then we'll swap.
I'm trying to get all the water out. This water is extremely cold.
Yes, it is. These birds are cold.
And, some people set them up and let them dry for a while. We just don't have that luxury. Like I said, it's the high 90s today.
Yeah, it was brutal out there yesterday. It really was. It was brutal. And we definitely didn't want to be out there again today. But if you ever get a chance to do this, I'd advise you to try it. It is
well worth it.
yeah, it's well worth it. You see how big the birds are. We hadn't weighed them yet, but I think we went through like 9 bags of feed.
Yes.
I think it was 9 bags of 50-pound bags of feed in 8 weeks, 9 weeks, and these birds grow very fast.
And Eric moved them every week.
Yeah, they got a lot of grass.
And we opened one gizzard because we wanted Sean to see a gizzard, and there was a lot of grit in the gizzard, wasn't it?
Yeah, sure it was.
Which is a good thing.
Yes.
And you know what your birds are eating. You know how your birds have been treated. You know that they've not been overcrowded, because our birds were not overcrowded. They had room to get up and move. And the way that Eric set up their feeder, he'll have to take a picture of it and post it on our Facebook page. But their feeder was set up so that they had to, just put it down there, buddy. They had to move around. Uh-oh.
That it?
No, it's down there.
Okay. Well, what we'll do at this point is we got several more to do. We're not going to drag it out, take you all the way through this, because I think you get the process here. So we'll get all these birds dried off and get them bagged up, ready for the heat shrink out on the deck, and we'll meet you out there. All right, we've gotten them all bagged up, and we're fixing to shrink wrap it, and it'll seal all the corners and the top, and it'll make it real tight. And this is a durable plastic. It's hard to tear, and I'll show you how that works right here. And I got my heat set at 190, and it's just a few seconds, like 5-6 seconds. You dunk it in, put it in there, 1 2 3 4 5, take it out. Look how tight that is. Then what you want to do is seal it up, and it's heat shrinked just like that, just like store-bought. And now you have a processed chicken.
And
Next step,
no air in it.
no air. Next step, you want to go in, weigh them up, dry them off, weigh them up, and get your labels put on and put it in the freezer. So we'll go do that. All right, we're ready to weigh up now. This is the final process of the whole thing, and we got them all bagged up. They look really good. They look just like they do when you get them in the store. We took and cut the ties and cut some of that off. I left enough for Mary to be able to grab them out of the freezer and do it. Now we're ready to weigh it up and get us a label. We didn't go all out on labels. A lot of people you see online order these elaborate labels with their logo and all that stuff. All we done was got some regular labels. Just put Ham's Homestead Poultry, the date, and the weight in pounds, just so we know what it is, the date we processed it, and we did put yesterday's date, which the birds were killed, and we'll put the pounds on it. That's all we are interested in. We're not interested in too much anything else, advertising, anything like that.
And
But
we did that also so that when we give birds away, people will know it
that's
came.
right. Yeah, we do put the Hams Homestead on there for that. Like if we do give birds away, we do that. But let's go ahead and start weighing up. And what we'll do is we'll weigh each bird, write the weight down, put it on the bird, and at the end we'll write the weight down on a book that we have here. Mary keeps a log on a notepad of every bird that we raise, and she goes through this whole thing of how much it costs us per pound. And we'll just get the weights later, and we'll give you a total and average of how many pounds we had for these 8 birds at the end of the video. So let's get started. See what we got here. A processed bird, 5.42 pounds. So we're gonna put 5.42 pounds on this first bird. See if I can get this label started. And then all we do is we put it right there in the center, and that bird's done. That bird's ready for the freezer. That's 5.42 pounds right there. That bird's done. And we'll do another one. Let's see. That's 562.62 pounds. So that's good. 2 birds, 5 pounds each. That's what we were looking for. Mary and I, like we said, we've never done this. Whoa, we've never done this, but we were hoping that we could get 5-pound birds. I see a small one here. I don't know, but we're hoping that it goes for 5 pounds. And it did, 5.2. We'll be happy if we all just 5 pounds. Some people raise these birds up to 6 and 7 pounds, but those are free-ranged birds, and ours are really not considered free-ranged because I don't have enough land to move them every day. I move mine once a week, so they don't get as much grass as some of these other folks. I don't have the land to do that.
And we have coyotes and foxes and other things that'll kill them.
But we do have one here that's 5.8. It's almost 6 pounds, so that's pretty good. That's impressive. And but we do have some bigger birds that we're gonna kill next week. I don't know that we'll get a 6-pound bird, but if we do, that's kind of a bonus. But these are some nice birds. I mean, really nice birds. There's a 5.1.
And we've bartered some of these birds out.
Yes, we have.
And that's part of homesteading as well.
It is.
How much is that one?
5.62. 5.62. So it looks like all of them's gonna be around 5 pounds, average of 5 pounds. So that's pretty good. I'm happy with that.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty good considering what we did on not being able to move them every day on fresh grass, but moving them once a week. That's pretty good. So I'm happy with that. We didn't have a bird under 5 pounds. I'm very happy with that. I'm sure Mary is too.
Yes.
So we'll end the video here. We thank you guys for watching. We ask that you please like, subscribe, and please come back. And if there's anything you want to see, just let us know. Leave us a comment. And if you got any questions about this or something we didn't include that you got questions about, just leave us a comment and we'll be glad to get with you and try to give you some answers. Like I say, we're not professionals. We don't claim to be. This is not an instructional video. It's just showing you how we do it. This is our first time. And we just like sharing what we do, and hopefully we all can learn together. And appreciate you guys, and thanks for watching our videos.